What is going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is my 2019 Pickups video. It was a super slim pickings for 2019. I got married in late 2018, so that put a nice dent in finances, and then we bought a new house. So, yeah, not a whole lot of free cash to be buying a whole lot of games. So this is going to be kind of short. Only picked up 8 games for 2019, but got a couple heavy hitters there. So I come in at 183 games for the N64, and that includes all of the variants, the color variants for games. So, without further ado, let's start out with let's see here. We've got Scooby Doo Classic Creep Capers. I've got the gray cartridge for this, and glad to finally get the black one. I picked this up at what was it? What was it? It was a gaming expo, classic gaming expo. That was in oh gosh, what was it? I can't think of what it was. Oh, the name is really going to bother me now that I can't think of it. It was in, I think, Orland Park, Illinois. But let's see, we also got Forsaken 64. I was really glad to pick this up because it reminds me of a game I used to play on PC called Descent. Let's see, we also got the yeah, nice little label there on the top. And this game has like a super misleading label or cover art for the box. It's just got this woman on the front. I'm not really too keen on how that plays into the game, but I was glad to pick this up because it reminded me so much of that game I played on PC, Descent. So I'm really excited to get my hands on that and play that for sure. 2 games, part of the same series that I grabbed. I was really happy about. I finally finished this little subset. We got Cruisin' World. Got to clean this up a little bit. Sorry, NASA. I got your game here. Super clean looking game with the exception of that. Yeah, a little permanent marker there, but otherwise a great game. And then if you guessed correctly, the last one is Cruisin' Exotica. Super happy to grab that. This is the most expensive one in the series. That wasn't too expensive, so I was glad to finally grab that little subset and finish that one out. Next up, we've got, let's see here, Rocket Robot on Wheels. This is one of those few cartridges that had pretty wild color. There's only a handful that have different colors. I think red, blue, yellow, black. There's also green. If my memory serves me well. So I was glad to pick this one up. This is kind of an oddball game. Not really too keen on what this game's all about. Ubisoft, I mean, that's usually a seal of quality in my book, but we'll see what that game has to offer. I am excited to play it. I've heard a couple good things from a few of my friends, and yeah, we'll see what it has in store. Next up, one of the few M-rated games for the N64. I know if we're looking purely based on percentages, it's got more M-rated games than anything else, but that is Resident Evil 2. This is kind of a marvel in its own right because they crammed a shitload of information into this cartridge. I mean, the game weighs. I can feel it. There's just a fuckload crammed into this cartridge, and anyone who plays this game can appreciate what the developer did, what the developers at Capcom did with this game. There is so much packed into this, and they didn't sacrifice a whole lot. Definitely a clean copy. I was glad to get my hands on it. I picked this up at a local game shop called Disc Replay for not too bad of a price from what I can remember. So, needless to say, definitely happy to have that one in the collection. Next up, I've got not necessarily a heavy hitter, but it's up there. You know, you're looking at the $40+ range. Definitely not more than 60. And that is Mystical Ninja featuring Gomon, and or starring Gomon, I should say. Definitely a franchise I don't know a whole lot about. I know it's a beloved franchise to those that appreciate it. It's got good gameplay. I mean, Konami is a great company. They've made a lot of awesome games in the past, so I don't expect a displeasing experience from this. I was happy to get my hands on it in its own right, but I don't know much from personal experience. But needless to say, definitely happy to get my hands on this one and excited to play it for sure. And kind of the coup de grace of my pickups for 2019. This is definitely a heavy for the N64 library, one that I have had my eyes out for a long time, and that is Bomberman 64: The Second Attack. This game is creeping up on prices for sure. We're nearing the $150 range for this game, and happy to finally get my hands on that. The problem with games like this is, and I'm thinking like Super Bowling for sure. That's a game that's creeped up in value for sure over the last year or so. You know, if you're looking to get your hands on expensive games, just do it now. Games like this are going to just keep increasing in value. I kick myself day in and day out for not grabbing this game in particular sooner than later. I had my eyes out on it for a couple of years, and I could have grabbed it for, $90. So could have saved a handful of dollars for sure if I would have grabbed it then. But, I'm not worried about it. I finally got it now. Add that into the collection. Super happy about it. So that's it for 2019. Only 8 games. I know. Not much I can do about that, but like I said, 183 games now, including variants for games. That includes obviously games like Scooby-Doo, Rainbow Six, and the highly sought after Rage Wars for sure. Games like that. Finally getting up there. Once I break 200, I'll be super excited, and just keep chugging along. Tax season's coming around, so hopefully I can grab another heavy game and knock that out. But all that withstanding, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If there's a game that you'd like me to play, feel free to leave that suggestion in the comment section below. Check out all the other videos that I've posted online. If you're into walkthroughs or playthroughs, check out some of the playlists that I've got and look at the timestamps and the descriptions that I've got. If there's games you're looking to beat, can't quite figure it out, look that up. And as always, really appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Take care.